Today on CityCast Nashville, we are talking about sandwiches. And who better to join us than Jason Eskridge, owner of Music City Sandwich Company. You probably know Jason as a musician around town and the force behind nearly 12 years of Sunday Night Soul at the 5 Spot. Well, now he's channeling that same energy into sandwiches. And together, we break down some of the very best ones right here in Nashville. It's Thursday, March 19th. I'm your host, Marie Cecile Anderson, and this is what Nashville's talking about. Jason Eskridge, I have been waiting years to interview you.
Here we are. We did it. We did
it. I am so excited to have you, especially since I've known you in the world of music here in Nashville. And so does all of Nashville because of Sunday Night Soul. But
that's right.
You have just launched a new career in town, and that is owner and sandwich artist of Music City Sandwich Co., right on Gallatin, which boasts East Tennessee style sandwiches.
East Tennessee style steamed sandwiches.
We're going to get into what that means exactly. But first, I want to give some love around town. And I'm sure some of these places inspired you when you were opening your place. So we're going to play a fun lightning round. I don't want you to think too hard. Best breakfast sandwich in town.
Nashville Biscuit House.
What do you get?
The biscuit sandwich with bacon, egg, and cheese and raw onions.
Raw onions? You don't like to make out early?
No, I mean, I'm at the age where if you're going to kiss me, you're going to kiss me.
You're going to kiss me, onions or no onions. I love it.
It don't matter.
What about your best classic deli sandwich?
Mitchell Delicatessen. And without fail, I get the turkey Reuben on sourdough with some raw onions.
With some raw onions. Well, my next one was going to be best Reuben, but I didn't realize that they have a classic like turkey Reuben. That sounds amazing from Mitchell's.
Well, the best Reuben is Music City Sandwich Company.
Oh, there you go. Bing, bing. What about best grilled cheese in town?
I'm partial to the grilled cheesery.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're moving to Hunter's Station.
Are they really? Ooh, that's right down the street.
And I love their grilled cheese in a tomato soup.
I host an event at the Frist called Woven. And, they have the little cafe there. So I've had that grilled cheese and tomato soup many times.
Well, let's pause this lightning round real quick. I want you to tell us a little bit more about Woven.
I'm all about just getting people in a room, because we live on the internet too much. Mm-hmm. And so a buddy of mine named Chuck Beard, Chuck works for the Arts Council here. Oh, yeah, you know Chuck. Never mind. We've hosted events down through the years together, and our latest endeavor together is Woven, which is it's just a night of conversation. We usually have a non-musical artist and one musical artist, and we just kind of share art and conversation.
Back to our lightning round.
Oh, dear. Yep.
What is the cheapest sandwich in town?
The ones I make at home.
All right, that's a good question. What do you then make at home?
Well, the sandwiches I make at home, I go to the shop and make a sandwich. No. This is so funny that you ask. My little cousin back in East Tennessee, she is in her 3rd year in medical school, but she also makes some of the most amazing sourdough bread you've ever had.
Ooh, yeah.
And I just got back from up there this past weekend, and I picked up some of her cheddar loaf, which is so good. And my favorite sandwich to make at home is peanut butter and honey. I don't think I'm going to do that on the cheddar loaf, though, because that doesn't really make sense. But
oh, yeah. Good point.
Her bread is so good. You can just put some butter on it and go to town. I mean, it is just the best.
Yeah, I love a butter sandwich. I also love butter and bacon sandwich. It's very British. But
I mean, I don't know of anything that bacon doesn't make better. So
yes, I know.
Yeah, I saw this T-shirt once that said, I don't want any bacon. And then on the back it said no one ever. It's like that perfectly sums up my sentiment towards bacon.
You have merch. What do your shirts say?
I have shirts that say hunger is not a game, because back in the early 2000s, right after those Hunger Game movies started coming out, I made a Facebook post and all it said was, I've never seen those movies, but I can promise you that hunger is not a game. And that little hashtag ended up taking off a little bit and people thought it was funny. So then I've got other merch that says good music never dies because I believe that to be true as well.
What about best vegetarian sandwich in town?
I got to tell you, I got to throw us back in the ring because we have a fried cauliflower po' boy. We sometimes do it as the special, but it's always on our quote unquote secret menu. I guess it's not a secret if I'm putting it in a podcast though. So, but yeah, our
just secret to CityCast Nashville listeners,
and everybody's listening, or they will be from here on out. But yeah, that fried cauliflower po' boy, we call it, is so amazing.
All right, let's throw some shade. Most overrated sandwich in Nashville.
Oh, golly. Oh, overrated sandwich.
This is a general sandwich. I will say like a club sandwich always scrapes the roof of my mouth.
I have always thought that the club sandwich is such a bougie little like, I'm the club. Just like golf clapping, tea timing, like just, and it's nothing. It's just turkey and bacon and it's not special.
Right.
I mean, I would certainly say that's the most overrated sandwich. If I may have a moment of brevity, it is a hard time right now in the food industry for everyone. So like, I don't think anybody's overrated right now. I think everybody, if you truly talk to people, they're just going to tell you, man, we are scraping by and trying to make it. So
yes. Okay, good. I don't want to then take down anybody in their sandwiches, especially, except a general boo for a club sandwich. And
boo for the club sandwich and any sandwich named after an underground train. How about that?
Yes, exactly. I bet you know this one, or maybe you don't. I sure do. Best hungover cure sandwich.
Are we talking night of or morning after?
Ooh, do you have both?
I am from the school of thought that if you take care of the night of, you don't have to worry about the morning after.
Oh, okay. I'm here for that. So what are you eating?
Man, I'm going to Duke's and I'm going to get a turkey and Swiss and they grill it up. It was honestly doing Sunday Night Soul at the 5 Spot was a match made in heaven for me because I could just walk over to Duke's, get a little nightcap sandwich and drift off into Goodnight Land.
I would say mine's the fried bologna sandwich from Robert's, the recession special. I love a fried bologna sandwich.
Oh, can I do an honorable mention?
Yes,
because you just
please.
reminded me. Same thing, fried bologna at Schulman's.
Oh, I haven't had it. Tell me about it.
It's on white bread. I get a little cheese on it, some mayonnaise, and a tomato. Shout out to Schulman's.
I need a second.
Just let it wash over you.
Delicious.
Let it minister to your spirit.
Oh my goodness. Hallelujah. Okay, what about hot chicken sandwich? And I apologize for this one because we're in Nashville. So do you have a favorite hot chicken sandwich or maybe just a fried chicken sandwich in town?
I got a favorite hot chicken sandwich and there's no other answer than this answer. Like if you say anything else, you are wrong and I will fight you in the street. Because you got to go to the OG, you got to go to Prince's Hot Chicken and get the hot chicken sandwich. I don't want to hear about none of these other gentrified chicken sandwiches that y'all be trying to talk about.
And what level do you get?
Wimpy.
My brother-in-law went full, like the highest level and cried. He's Indian and he was like, I can do this. And then he could not. He cried.
Marie, I'm in my 50s. Like, you know, without being too graphic, the body don't do with that kind of stuff what it would back in the day. So I'll get the lowest heat and I'm still like beads of sweat on my forehead.
Ah, yes.
But yeah,
the hot chicken sandwich from Prince's.
There's no other choice other than Prince's.
All right, last one. What is the best unexpected sandwich, like a sleeper hit that really surprised you here in town?
That would almost be the same as my honorable mention for the hangover sandwich. That bologna sandwich at Schulman's, I tried it on a whim one day and was just like, oh, this is my go-to here. I mean, and they have great sandwiches. They have like burgers and cheese steak sandwich and all these other sandwiches. I ashamedly, most of the time, ordered 2 of those bologna sandwiches just because that's...
Well, I mean, you're preparing to not be hungover the next day. So, you're working.
The funny thing about it is that's a sober sandwich for me as well, though. Like it's a I'll go over there at 7 p.m. and get one of those. And like choosing to eat bologna at 7 p.m., that should say something.
It says you are living life large. That's what I'm saying. Living to the fullest. I love it. What, in your opinion, makes a great sandwich?
The right balance of meats, cheeses, veggies, condiments, and then steam. The steam is the steam is the magic. It's funny because, I grew up eating steam sandwiches. Like that was the norm for me. And like, then you get to Nashville and no one knows about them. So
the only sandwich I grew up steaming was the steamed little hamburgers from Crystal's.
Crystal, baby. Yeah, it's absolutely the same kind of process. With a steam sandwich, what we do at Music City Sandwich Company is that you put the bread, the meat, the cheese, and any of what I like to call the hot veggies, which are your onions, your peppers, and like sauerkraut and things like that. You put all that stuff together, then you put it in this machine that is called a steamer. I mean, it's absolutely what it does, and it bathes the sandwich in steam, makes the cheese get all melty, the meat gets all warm, and everything just kind of gets ooey gooey together. Honestly, in a steam sandwich, the bread is the VIP because it's just perfectly soft, and I never enjoy sandwiches that scratch my mouth up on the inside.
No, I know.
And these are just pillowy soft, man. It's just perfect.
What's your bread hookup like? Where are you getting your bread these days?
So when I opened up, I was really nervous because back up just a little bit. I started eating these sandwiches back in East Tennessee. There's a place in Knoxville called Gus's Good Times Deli. And when I first decided to do the sandwich shop, I went and met with Aaron, the owner of Gus's, and I was talking to him about bread, and he was like, yeah, the bread's the main character, and you got to have, we get our bread from here, and it's the local place in Knoxville. And I was a little bit nervous because I was like, man, I got to have the bread right, or none of this makes sense. And so I reached out to the folks out at Sharpie's Bakery out in West Nashville, and I just talked to them about, what we were trying to do. And they already had the white loaf, but they didn't have the pumpernickel loaf. And so they started making that for us. And it's just been a great relationship.
That's what I've had from your shop, the pumpernickel with ham and mustard and Swiss and all the good things. It was an absolutely perfect sandwich. So we're going to shout it out right now. Music City Sandwich Company.
I've definitely always felt like, man, I wish there was a place in Nashville where I could get a proper steam sandwich. Always in the back of my mind, there's been the idea of maybe doing like a food truck or some sort of pop-up or whatever, just for people who, want to get their steam sandwich fix. But back in 2020, my life got a little bit tricky because, like you said, I've been singing. I got here in '99 and kind of hit the ground running. But in 2020, I started having issues with my vocal cords. And so, that back of the mind idea of maybe doing a food truck or something at some point started to creep its way to the front of my mind as I tried to figure out, okay, well, if my voice never comes back, what is my plan B? Because it was singing or bust for me, for most of my professional career. So that's where the idea came from. Like I said, I'd been thinking about it. And then the location, the building that I'm in, it was the previous home of Shotgun Willie's Texas Style Barbecue. Shout out to Bill LaViolette. And during the time when he was moving from his original location to his new location, I was just kind of helping him out with some stuff. And he was like, would you ever have anything that you'd want to do with the old building before I let the lease go? And I was like, well, funny you should ask. Have I got a plan for you? So we kind of talked things over, and I ended up taking over that lease there. And that's kind of how everything kind of came together. And that was back in the middle of 2024 is kind of when that process started.
Yeah, I feel like it's so hard for a new local business to pop off here in Nashville. And many people start with pop-ups and then food trucks. Like, where did you get the confidence to just go full hog and open your own storefront?
My thought was, if I ever do this, it's going to start like what you just said. I'll do a little truck or whatever. But then when that brick and mortar just kind of fell into my lap, I just was like, well, I guess I got to do this. I've got friends who have food trucks, and while they are maybe less of a risk when you're starting off, they have their headaches of their own. So I'm okay being in a building and not having to deal with a lot of that.
Well, so I have to ask you a burning question. If we're talking sandwiches, in your opinion, is a hot dog a sandwich?
I'm going to have to say no, but I don't know that. For one, I don't know the Webster's definition of sandwich. I've never looked that up. But my gut and what I feel like is a pretty legitimate sense of common sense. A hot dog's a hot dog, and a hamburger is a meal. I don't know. What are we saying? No, I don't think a hot dog is a sandwich.
I will say I looked it up. Webster says that a sandwich is 2 or more slices of bread or a split roll having a filling in between. So I guess
then you have to dissect the word split.
Right.
Because is it split all the way, or is it just separated?
Mm-hmm.
Because our sandwiches are technically on rolls, but they are split in 2 different pieces.
I don't know. The great debate continues.
I mean, let's go ask Daddy's dogs. I just left the sandwich shop and Sean was there. I was like, man, I don't know if I'd eat a sandwich if I had a hot dog place of my own, but I'm glad you're here.
That's amazing. So what did your life doing Sunday Night Soul as a musician teach you that translates now into running your local sandwich shop?
As with anything, like if you want to be successful on any level, you have to have a work ethic, which for me, that transcends everything. It's like, anything you're doing, you got to seek to do it with excellence and make sure you're just giving everything you've got. But another thing that I've found very consistent along the lines of doing the sandwich shop versus, being in the music industry is just the concept and the idea of creating community. That's really important to me just because I feel, like I said earlier, like when we're in the room together with other people, just things are better. The sandwich shop we're going to have some live music. We actually had our 1-year anniversary back on February 7th, and we had live music all day long.
I saw in an interview that you did recently, you do have plans to host more community events in your space, such as like yoga classes or book readings, listening parties.
It's, I tell people like we're open for 4 hours a day, and there's a lot of time that building is sitting there empty, and I would love for there to be cool stuff happening in there,
So I want to paint the picture and let everybody know kind of what the vibe is like. Tell us a little bit more, paint the scene.
The vibe is you walk in the door and we are a build your own sandwich situation. So there are no predetermined sandwiches. You walk in and you fill out a sheet of paper that you choose your bread, you choose your meat, your cheeses, all your toppings, and then you bring that up to the cashier, and then your sandwich journey continues.
Oh,
I don't even know what that means. But it sounded good. It sounded good.
Sounded great. I love it.
We're all on a sandwich journey. And then about 5 minutes later, you'll have a hot, steamy sandwich.
What's your favorite order?
I have said this no less than 1,000 times. My favorite sandwich at Music City Sandwich Company is the one that you pay for. We don't care what it's got on it.
That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. And don't forget, you can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Nashville neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell your friends? Rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our CityCast Nashville newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Toodles!